The next video will be the next installment for the Rum Rebellion, and we're up to Saturday the 19th of December. I am not to live in Sydney after all, but at my uncle and aunt's farm. I have never been on a farm before. What if I'm expected to do something with animals? What could I do? Milk a cow? Cut the wool from a sheep's back? Pluck a chicken? I said something of this to Uncle George. He laughed and told me that he would teach me, and that he had convict men who worked with him. Besides, much of his labour is in cultivating fruits and grain. I do not want to learn. And the men who work with him, they are convicts. Transported for what? Murder? Robbery? Now I am more afraid than before. We have come to Parramatta, so different from that journey made from my village to the docks of London. There are no tall buildings here, and no crowded dark streets. The trees are different too. I never knew the colour green could vary so from one country to another. The track we travelled was narrow, and tall trees with grey trunks and leaves that sloped down pressed close in on us. That animal that the surgeon drew for me, the kangaroo, is truly real. One stood between two trees as we passed some huts before we reached this town. It stood up, high on its back legs, like a man. I have never seen so strange a sight. My uncle says they are common on his land where the trees grow thickly. I hope I never meet one face to face. We are to spend the night here and go on to the farm tomorrow. Uncle George is deep in conversation with his friend Mr. Cayley, and I am left to amuse myself. The servant stares at me as I sit writing. Is she a convict? If so, what crime did she commit? Did she steal a petticoat or murder someone in a highway robbery? Perhaps she has not seen a boy write before. Certainly my uncle tells me there is little in the way of schooling, and even my cousins, although they are younger than I, must work to help their parents with the kitchen garden and with the animals. Perhaps he does not wish to have the convict workmen near the house. Uncle George's friend is becoming agitated. He is holding up his jug of rum and swearing that before the year is out something must change. Free-born Englishmen will have their rights, and soldiers must stick only to their soldiering. I do not understand what he's talking about, and besides, the year is almost finished. So that is the end of that installment.